Hey, it's Phil Bruce here, and in today's video, I kind of want to ask a question, and I want to discuss the factor. And the question that I want to ask is, what investment or investments are you making today? The reason why I asked this one, and the reason why it's something for us to think about in this video, in this discussion, is that the action that you can take each day, the action you can take in the day that you've got, will have a direct effect on you longer term. It might not feel like it does straight away, but if you look at the bigger picture, the longer term and into the future, it will have an impact. And if you can invest today, it will help you for a brighter and better future. So when I ask the question, are you investing today? The natural, typical thing that we think about is financial. So we kind of think about, does that mean, are we investing in something like a stock, a share, a bond, crypto, all those kind of things, savings? So are we investing in that? Yes, that is true. And that is a massive one, really. Especially nowadays, AI coming out and unemployment getting higher and higher, and you know, those kind of factors, and cost of living, food expenditure, as I say, house expenditure, mortgages, all that stuff gets higher and higher. Yes, the cost of living is higher, so we need more money to be able to provide us for a brighter and better future. Yes, I agree. But I'm also talking about all the other little things or big things that you could do that you could see as an investment. So let's give some examples and talk about some examples. So if I am wanting to get healthy, if I want to improve my cardiovascular fitness, for example, an investment that I could be making today is walking. I could walk for half an hour, 20 minutes, whatever it is. Could be walking on a straight path, an incline, a decline. You know, I'm not about going into too much of those details and the specific kinds of training for today's video. It's more of a generalization, but that is a great way to help with your cardiovascular fitness, walking. It could be, are you going for a jog? Are you going for a swim? Are you doing some interval training? Are you doing sports training with your team, or specific training for a team or a competition? Those things get out your cardiovascular fitness. And even if it is something so small as going for a walk, it's getting into the habit of doing that each day, that it adds up, that it compounds over time. That yes, you might be starting at a level where you basically do the bare minimum, if nothing, for cardiovascular fitness. But if you can get into the habit of building it up, it'll help, as I say, with the results that you're getting with your cardiovascular system, your heart, your lungs, your respiratory system, all that stuff. But it'll also help you get in the habit to keep that going for a longer term, to make that a part of your day, your sequence, your plan. It could be, as I say, if I'm looking as well, to get stronger, to get bigger, to get my muscles better and more efficient. Am I doing weight training? Am I doing certain specific weight training? Or it could be, am I doing body weight training? Am I doing anything in the gym that's going to help my body to get stronger? Am I doing spin classes to help my legs get stronger? Those kind of examples. And even if it's just one thing that you do, it'll compound over time if you keep doing it. And it's that bit of time that you put in now that will help you to that brighter future. Again, flip it to your work, your career. If you're wanting to build a personal brand, for example, have you spent that little bit of time researching? Have you watched something about personal brands and gaining more knowledge? Have you put a post on your social media account to get your work out there? Have you tried to boost it? Have you tried to advertise it to, again, help with the marketing, help more people engage and visit your page and get more followers and things like that? Have you replied to the people that are commenting, that have messaged you? Again, it's building that connection in. Have you kind of gone out and marketed yourself in different ways? Have you handed out flyers? Have you made a website? Have you pushed it that way? Have you spoke to people face to face and had a conversation about what you're doing? Have you purchased some clothing or something like, as I say, that you're riding around and showing your brand? So, for example, with mine, I wear a lot of my own branded clothes. Again, it's just a simple, inexpensive way, really, to walk around and get people to see what I'm doing. So I'll train in it, I'll walk in it, I'll go to meetings or whatever in my personal branded stuff. Again, just an easy way to market it out there. Am I trying to gain more knowledge in general? So could I be reading? As I say, could I be listening to stuff on YouTube? Could I be speaking to people that know more things, certain things than I do? That's a great way to do it and get people, as I say, who have got more knowledge than you. Have a meeting, have lunch, have dinner, have a drink with them and get their knowledge, tap into them, ask them questions, listen to them, take notes. If I'm trying to work on my mental health, let's say, am I doing stuff that's going to help it? So am I relaxing? Am I switching off? Am I doing breath work? Am I doing some meditation? Am I journaling? Am I having me time? It could even be half an hour of watching my favourite programme, for example, which for me is watching Bunch of Amateurs. But again, with the Bunch of Amateurs, I am killing two birds in one stone there, because I am relaxing, I'm taking care of my mental health, but I'm also researching and trying to understand more for my coaching, for my management, for women's football, for the men's football, by getting more of an understanding of the tactical knowledge and things that you gain from watching that programme. So it's those little things that link up and that compound. And if you can end up doing, for example, one element that's going to take care of your health and fitness, one element that's going to take care of your finances. So the finances one could be, am I investing into something, especially when the market's low? That's a good time to invest because it's on offer. Am I putting money into savings to try and save for a holiday, a wedding, emergency, just in case something breaks down or I need to buy something? Am I trying to secure a better future? Am I investing in stocks and shares? Am I getting index funds? Am I going get crypto? Am I putting shares and stocks into a football team that I believe's got a long-term impact? Even if it's something like putting a couple of quid in a day or a couple of dollars in a day, that adds up over time. And just think as well how much better it feels that you are taking ownership of your future, that you are doing stuff that's proactively going to help your future have a better future, not let other people dictate what's going on. Because if, for example, we thought, right, I've got a 9-to-5 job or whatever job, and I'm thinking, that's got me, it's getting money in, this, and that. Yeah, it might be getting money in, but what are you doing with the money that you're getting? Are you spending it all on stuff? What happens as well if there's a redundancy? What happens if jobs go, like you see nowadays with, as I said earlier, AI and just kind of like technology taking over and businesses closing down because of expenditures? Your job could go like that. And say you might earn 50 grand a year, which is amazing. What happens if that 50 grand goes like that and you earn nothing? You then have to start again. And what happens if you've not saved and invested any of that money that you got? So they're the things to think about. And I think what can sometimes happen is if you think, right, today, all I've done is just sat there and I've read 10 pages of a book. I've done nothing else that's going to help me. Well, it's actually something that's going to help you in comparison to anything else that you could have done. There's so many people out there that won't do it. They'll do their work, they'll go home, they'll have a drink, they'll watch telly, have food, that's it, job done. They're not investing in themselves, they're not improving themselves, and then they're wondering why they're in the same boat or in an even worse situation down the line. So it's taking those little investments that you can chuck in, no matter how big or how small, they are wins. They are wins in your life. They are things that are helping you to get to the next level, helping you to get better, helping you to get a better future, not just for yourself, but for others as well. And as I say, if I can get in the habit of doing one thing and then another thing and then another thing that's going to lead to several areas of my life improving, it helps me to feel better about myself. It helps me to feel more confident. It helps me to feel more self-assured that my future is more and more in my hands, or it's more in my hands than it would have been if I'm relying on others or relying on my work, relying on my family, relying on my friends, and those kind of factors. So I just wanted to get the main bullet of the message and the main point of the message of being invest in yourself. Do something that's going to help you, and question yourself as well. Question, what are you doing each day that can help you? As I say, it doesn't even have to take 5 minutes, but if you can get one win, you'll feel the confidence build up, and you'll start to stack it, and you'll start to build it up. And the more investments you can do without absolutely knackering yourself and it not being maintainable, not being something that you can do a long term, if you can do something that's gradual, that is sustainable, and it is an investment, you might not see it straight away, but when you're looking 1 year, 2 years, 5 years down the line, and then you look back at what you had before and the investments you started making before, you will see a massive difference. I absolutely assure you on that. And as I said, there's just so many differences it will make. So ask that question to yourself. What am I investing in today? What investments have I made today? And try and write down some things that you could invest in, different factors of your life that we've given a few examples for. Those little things will add up. And I just hope you found this useful. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you found it kind of engaging in the sense that you can ask the questions and you can start to put things into place for having a better and brighter future for yourself. So yeah, that is the video today. Invest in yourself. It will make a massive difference. Hope that you're having a great week so far. Hope that you are enjoying these videos. As I say, if there's anything you want me to specifically talk about, please let me know. Please comment and tell me, and I will make a video about that. And as always, sending my love and best wishes to you. Have a good one, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.